Yeah. That was weird. Hello and welcome to Retro Game Connect. I'm Dan Mastriani.
And I no longer have to lay back during this because of a hernia surgery.
That sounds good. Yeah, okay, so speaking of someone that might have a hernia because it's getting old, the game we're playing, it's its 35th anniversary this year. Yes, we totally did that on purpose.
100%. Wasn't just me looking over the NES section on my Switch and going, let's do that.
Yeah, no, come on. I think it's obvious to everyone by now how carefully we plan everything. But yes, we are playing Kid Icarus for NES via Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
On my
yes.
Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Nintendo Switch. It's very fancy.
Of course that's the one you have. Of course it is.
I specifically waited to get a Switch until there were Pokemon games on it.
There you go. I was very tempted by the Mario one, but I didn't go for it. I'm still holding off because there's so many rumors, and I don't want to. I don't want to buy the regular Switch immediately before a Switch revision and be like.
I'll be honest. I don't want there to be a new Switch because I already had to buy a PS5. Screw off with your new consoles.
Yeah. Well, you know,
They didn't announce it at E3. I doubt it's coming this year.
I don't know. They somebody pointed out that hey, they haven't announced a video game console at E3 since like Wii U. I don't know.
But anyway.
Yeah. Anyhow, let's before we manage to get any further off topic, let's play Kid Icarus.
Woo!
It's got catchy music.
Oh, that's right. I need to be annoying and change my camera angle. Hopefully I'm not suddenly completely disappeared into the TARDIS. But I need to be able to see.
Yes. Here we go. So in Japan, this is the Mirror of Palutena. So before you start, Ian, here's some advice for you. Take your time. Kill everything on the level. Collect the hearts.
Oh.
The other warning I'm going to want to give you is that there are some platforms you can fall through by ducking. So be careful about that. You having an issue?
I don't know the controls.
It's an NES game, Ian. It's only 2 buttons. I believe you can shoot up. Yes. Okay, now get down there and kill those things before they can move back over. Oh, you wait too long. Okay, and collect those hearts. They're currency. You need as many hearts as you can get. Move up. You can probably kill them as they drop down. Here we go. 8 hearts. The other thing they were about is this is one of those games where the bottom of the screen is death.
Interesting.
So you can scroll death up in the bottom. Also, screen wraps around.
Ah.
Once you've murdered all those guys, go ahead and go in that door. Let's see what we got in here. Oh.
Nothing,
No,
apparently.
Well, there might have been something if you walked forward. But it's too late now. You can never go back, Ian. Never.
You realize I can rewind this, right? Don't make me be petty.
Well, in the context of the original game, you can never go back. How's that? Yeah, watch out, those guys are getting close. They're gonna leave or... Yep. Oh, get some big hearts. Don't lose those. There we go. So yes, you can buy power-ups, which is why we're being careful to collect all of these.
Oops.
Oh, nope. Yeah, you can do that, huh?
If you could have back in the day, wouldn't you? Besides, we're playing this to just show it off to people.
Okay.
I don't need constant fail states.
Well,
I already
feel
live
like
in
that-
one of those.
that loot will be helpful. There we go. Looks like it killed everything.
Ah!
Oh! Oh, you're finished. Yeah, so while you are carefully collecting as many hearts as you can for later use to purchase things, let me discuss some things about the development. So it's likely that Tosei was involved in some way. Also, you're going to want to avoid that Grim Reaper guy. I don't think you can kill him.
Just immediately got stuck on the architecture.
Yeah, this one's a little stiff.
Literally.
Yeah, I haven't really played this one, Ian, so I can't give you too much advice.
There we go.
I'm not sure if I have actually played. I think I played it briefly. Like, you remember Smash Brothers Brawl had the demo versions of the games the characters were from?
No, actually, I didn't remember that.
Oh. Well, it included this, and I think that's the only time I actually managed to play this. Yeah, you
Ooh.
can't kill that guy. Why don't you listen to me, Ian? It hurts my feelings. You better be careful, your health is pretty low, you're taking a lot of hits. Anyhow. So this is actually the first game from Toru Osawa. So I guess he made this, after. Interesting. I guess you were supposed to collect those as fast as you could.
I didn't realize there was a timer.
Yeah. But he spent a lot of the time developing the game by himself. So, like, around August 86, when Metroid was finished, his boss, Yoshio Sakamoto, noticed that, this game has to come out in December, and there's no way you're going to finish it by yourself. So, he brought in the Metroid team to help him finish. It's actually a pretty hellish, 3-month crunch to finish it. It actually originally released on Famicom Disk System. So instead of passwords, just you had a save feature. So I think these guys will attack if they see you, so you might be able to dash in when they're facing away. So we get like simple stealth mechanics.
But they do seem to turn at random points, so
They
you
do.
can't just...
Yes, you definitely want to have some distance. There you go, you made it. Looks like that bonus refilled your health. Oh, you little gophers. Yeah, it seems like he didn't treat this super seriously.
Got it.
Oh, there you go. You cleared the level. Good work. So you do a few of these side-scrolling, or rather upward-scrolling stages, and then afterwards you get a stage where you basically have to explore a fortress level. It's kind of a maze. I don't know if we'll actually find it, but this game actually contains a credit card item. Instead of trying to jump to there, I think you can probably jump. Yeah, there you go. You figured it out.
Ooh,
Yeah,
interesting.
so these are one of those platforms where you can't duck. Okay.
Oh,
so
I
that was
see.
helpful.
It's a holy chalice that refills his health.
Ah, there's a door down there. Don't miss it.
Oh, I didn't even catch that because it blends
Yeah, kind of
in.
blended in. All right, so I guess kill these enemies for a bonus. I don't know. Some hearts. And we're gonna find a shop eventually. But the credit card is funny because like it'll let you buy stuff you don't actually have the money for, but then you can't buy anything else until you pay off your credit card debt.
Ha!
Yep, never mind. I was about to say that block looked suspicious. Maybe try shooting it, but never mind. You got a bunch of hearts, so it's probably fine.
Wanna not just slide right off this time there?
It's almost as if it's ice. Yes, I did try to warn you. This is not an easy game. Though it actually gets easier later on once you power up. Oh, they made you miss the big heart. That's lame. Oh, there you go.
What do you say? Oh, I can't buy
Oh,
any.
you don't have enough money. That's too bad. The feather actually saved you from falling off into death there.
Ah,
Be careful. So I would go around from the other side.
yeah. I don't know. What? I need to just switch. Doing this.
So it is possible actually to haggle with shopkeepers. In the Japanese version, you would use it with you would use the microphone in the second player controller on the Famicom.
How?
On the US version, you can do it by pressing like A and B together on the player 2 controller. But you don't actually have a player 2 controller, do you?
Not necessarily. Ah!
That was awkward.
I mean,
Yeah, so I think maybe you get him to dash over, then you quick jump in that door. Whatever, take it. Get in there. Alright, get some more hearts. So the next time you get to the shop, you can actually buy something. Don't rerun too much. You lose good things you did.
I like that the passwords are sacred words.
Yeah, that's fun. Because of course you are operating on behalf of the goddess. So I should specify your character is not Icarus.
Around.
He's simply called that's like the name of the game because you know you've got wings but you can't really fly. Your character is named Pit for people who don't know that. I think it's probably better known now because he's in Smash Brothers, but I'm sure there was definitely a period where people just assumed his name was Icarus. I mean, people also forgot how Metroid works because we got that why can't Metroid crawl thing. No, Metroid is... Okay, so it's nothing. Not the name of the character.
Ha! The Grim
Yes.
Reaper disappeared.
Yes.
Oh.
That's an important tip, is that when you go in a room, all the enemies will be gone when you come out.
Well, gonna be using the rewind on this.
Oh, yeah?
I have 3 platforms I can jump on, and they're all ice.
Oh.
And narrow.
Yeah, yeah. Take your time, don't have a time limit.
Got it.
There you go, first try. And yet... Okay. You're doing it. Let's see if we can sneak around the Grim Reaper to get in that door.
Ah!
Didn't want to do that.
I didn't tell it to. It's just doing things.
I don't know what controller you're using.
I'm using the Pro controller. The issue is the joystick is really sensitive to the down on this for some reason.
Yeah, you're using the stick?
Yeah, I keep forgetting to switch back to the D-pad because I'm just so used to that.
Okay,
Oh,
so I don't know what the hammer does, but you can buy it. I think it's an additional weapon. You know, I checked a fact, but I didn't think to...
oh, interesting. If you buy something, it reshuffles.
Oh, nice. So you can get a health refill, too.
All right.
Which, honestly, I probably would have told you not to do, because you were pretty full on health, and...
Yeah, we're 16 minutes into this, though, so
Okay.
it's not like we're going to play too much longer.
But now all the enemies are gone, and you can continue on unopposed. So I don't know how you use the hammer. I'm trying to think what the easiest way to get the manual is. I guess I can just Google it. I will attempt to find this for you, Ian.
All right.
That's weird. Why would they have the English manual on the Japanese website? But here it is. Okay, yeah, so you can select weapons with the select button, so whatever that's mapped to on the Pro Controller.
That! Oh, I
Ah,
have 4 of them.
you have 4 hammers. Let me look up what the hammers do.
You said the select button? Because I guess I don't have that whatever that is, it's not a weapon because I hit the select button and nothing happens.
It says you need it in the fortress.
What?
I guess you need it in the fortress levels.
Oh, what, the keys? Or the
Yeah,
hammer?
the hammer. Basically, you can use the hammer instead of like shooting stuff with an arrow 5 times.
Oh, that
looks like the Grim Reaper's having
not
fun.
Yeah.
That's a little awkward. But whatever.
He can stay there.
Except for you. So yeah, the chalice refills your health. So if you had that bottle, you remember the bottle they were selling?
Yep.
That will refill your health when you die. Automatically.
Oh, is this just gonna go around ad infinitum? It is.
Don't forget that the screen wrap, so you could have just shot off the left, or rather, ever off to the right.
Yeah, but the bow and arrow doesn't have that much range. I don't know if it would have hit.
Yeah. So if you have the barrel, you can have up to 8 water of life bottles. And of course, you do want to kill things because certain point totals will get you power-ups.
Whoa. There's some angry squid boys. Ah! Why is there an apostrophe? What is he apostrophicating?
I don't know, but it looks like you get a power up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you get some better arrows now. Oh. Angry cephalopods there.
Ah. Screw off, Squidward.
So, why do they call him Squidward if he's an octopus?
Because it's a funnier name.
Oh.
I don't know. That is a skosh peculiar, seeing as Stephen Hillenburg is a marine was a marine biologist.
He was, unfortunately.
Oh, hit the door by jumping over the devil or the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, what's
Fight
up?
me.
So you notice it also improved your maximum life. Now you just have to refill it. So hopefully you can get a health item soon.
Would be helpful.
Yeah. That was weird.
Again, I keep forgetting to use the D-pad. I'm so used to controlling everything with a joystick.
See, I'm the opposite because I grew up with 2D systems.
My first system was a PS1 and not the one that only had the D-pad. The first time I played a PlayStation 1 that only had the D-pad, I was so confused.
That's what it was like when I was growing up. In fact, I was kind of skeptical about the analog stick. But anyhow, let's kill these guys, refill our hearts. Hopefully that item is still there.
Having to be very, very gentle.
Indeed. Looked like a birthday candle, but I'm guessing that's not what it actually was.
I imagine it's some kind of firework.
Indeed. There's a fire thing in here. Let me look back at the manual here.
Haha!
Wasn't the torch?
Got it.
No, I don't see that one. I don't know what that was.
There it is. Still there.
No. Can you collect it? I guess it's just a torch. That's weird. Just a background item? Anyway, don't shy away from killing things.
Yeah, I know, but those, that thing is incredibly difficult to kill because it just pops up underneath me.
Like that?
Like that.
Well, now you know and you can anticipate it.
Well, yeah, except it, like, pops up and I'm dead. So,
I
it only
guess.
does so much.
But you
Okay.
knew about it this time. Okay, so this time I would actually spend your money on a health refill. Oh, only that much, huh? I guess it shows how much your health has increased. I guess those are just background elements. Interesting.
I love it when they line up like that.
It did seem useful. You know, it looks like you should have gone up the other way.
Yep. Oh well.
What you gonna do?
Oh wait, are those spikes? Oh wait.
Oh, possibly. But also, hey, you can still make it to the door. Oh, quick, grab that stuff.
I think you can just grab one item and that's it.
Maybe.
I don't think it's a timed thing.
So I think there may be something you're not supposed to grab.
Well, it's not like it explains it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you just got hit by enemies. Looks like that's not doing anything to you. Okay. You watch out from some snakes just dropping in at you.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not sure what your plan is. Probably, yeah, you probably.
I had to make a plan.
You gotta watch out for the. Oh, never mind. The snakes went away. You got a statue now. Ah,
Looks
the
like
snake
St.
missed.
Patrick. This looks like St. Patrick came through.
Sure.
Because
Oh
he
yes,
drove
he
the
chased
snakes
the
out of
snakes.
Ireland.
Yes. Okay. No, I figured it out.
That's the joke.
Oh. Yeah, it turns out the stuff that looks like lava isn't good for you. Who knew? Alright, we're getting there. Oh, ooh, there's another harp.
Hmm.
Yeah, it turns them into hammers. Go ahead and collect those. You will need them later. Pretty sure. Oh, never mind, you made it. I was gonna say you might want to go around to the other side, but that worked out. That didn't. Oh, oh, so close.
What did I get killed by?
I think maybe his hurt box wasn't gone yet, so you gotta move a little more before they all appear.
No, my movement is what triggers their appearance. See, they're not appearing.
Yes, that's what I said.
No, you said I have
I
to.
said you had to move more before they appear.
Oh. I thought you were trying to say, oh, yeah, see, those things do hurt me.
Oh, that's weird. So where's the actual hitbox in them? Oh, you can't afford any of that. That's awkward.
Ah, I needed coffee after that.
Well, we're close. Let's see if we can clear this. That's timing. But if we can get to the fortress stage, I would like to do that before we quit. Since this is a difference in gameplay. That was rough. Just grazed your hitbox there. All right, that time you killed him and got a nice heart. Oh, he's very angry, but he can't get at you.
No, but he can send his minions.
He can send some sneaky snakes after you. Sneaky snakes and snaky sneaks. I mean, you probably could have just. Well, I guess it's good to kill everything.
The way those moved were a particular nuisance.
Hmm. I mean, I don't know what would happen if you had just jumped up to the platform. Yeah, I would go to the right. I guess that works too. Yes, if you go to the right, you have a shorter jump, and then you can jump to that one. There you go. And actually, no, it's too far. I was gonna say you could wrap around instead of waiting, but jump is too far. There we go. There we go. You should be able to safely wait there. Okay, it's all working out.
Now this is pod racing.
Haha. There we go. We're up to the next level. You watch out, he might see you around the corner. There we go, and that guy is just off on other things, so he can't catch you. So I'd say lure him out and jump over him.
Oh, don't you worry.
Okay, but
Oh, come on!
now the snakes can't. Yeah, just... Because say what you want is for him to run at you then you can jump in the over and go in the door.
Yes, I know. I tried that. You caught
didn't,
me.
Yeah, that's what I wanted you to do.
Yes, I have to time it properly.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right, what?
I guess you have to shoot these blocks, which will get you some kind of power up, I'm guessing. Kind of awkward that you came in here with no health, but I guess it helps that you have the rewind power.
It's like every game is Prince of Persia in the Sands of Time.
Uh-huh. Gotta get my Xbox fixed so we can play that.
I didn't even know that came out on Xbox.
Oh, yes. I mean, I guess there's a PC version, too.
I played it on PS2.
Okay, so if you want to pause it for a second, I'll tell you what these do. So the fire will give you flaming arrows, the F there. The sacred bow will give you more range and faster firing. And it was the last one that that staff, because that'll get you crystals that revolve around you and will hit enemies and protect you.
Ooh, that's important right now.
Because you're almost dead?
Yes. I don't see anything, though.
Yeah, you have to activate it.
Ow.
I would guess you kind of move your cursor around, like, with, you know...
What cursor?
Move the D-pad, see what happens.
I can't select anything while I'm in this.
Hold on. Oh, so you press start. So I think maybe while you're playing, you press select. You know where select is?
Yes, it's literally on my screen telling me that it's the minus button and it's doing nothing.
I mean, it says select to select weapons. You tried pressing select on the status screen too, right?
Oh.
Well, I guess you can't use it now. It is in gray, which I guess it means you can't use it currently. So I don't know. See if you can clear this level. Let's do the. We're kind of over time, so I want to see if we can do that fortress quick.
We won't.
I would like to at least get to it.
Oh, great. Now Jeffrey's little...
Yeah, I think how we want to get by him. There's not a lot of room there. I think you need to... You can't tank it because you don't have enough health.
No, but I also keep dealing with this frickin' lava monster. Who pops up just long enough to shoot something.
Oof. You're kind of in a bad spot right now. Yeah. Might want to go back a little further.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to get rid of this lava monster thing.
Or you gotta shoot him while he pops up.
Yeah, which means I need to get him to pop up in a place where I can shoot him.
I kind of don't know why you're not just turning around and shooting him when he pops up there.
Because by the time he pops up, he's already shooting something at me.
Right, so you send off an arrow
have the
and
health.
then dodge.
There isn't time. There's such a short range on the bow and arrow, I can't. He spawns underneath me, shoots, and disappears.
I will point out that you didn't go for the item that increases your range.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Can you use the protective crystal yet?
No, but I can use the hammer.
Okay, you have limited amounts of hammers, so I would save them. I mean, you can look in your status screen and see if it is still grayed out. Yeah, so as you can see, there's like
Oh,
actual
yeah.
backtracking stuff now. Yeah, it looks like it's still grayed out. I don't know what you need to be able to use that. All right, so I don't know how far you want to try and get here, but
Not very.
I mean, it looks like there is an item there for you.
Well, let's show off the hammer. Awesome.
Nice. That was a fun trap. Yeah, I think that's better for fighting these guys. You see there's a ladder you can go down as well. Get that scroll first, though. Let me double check what it does.
It'd be nice if this game gave me health. Ever.
So they... Okay, so it's basically your map. So there's also a pencil and a flaming torch, which allow you to mark off places you've been, as well as showing where you actually are. Let's see if you can get to that door. Might I suggest just booking it for the door? There you go. I wonder if those are breakable.
They're not. I tried.
No, I'm sorry, the bricks there. Okay, no. I would use the arrows on these guys because they die from one arrow. Yeah, there you go. Just book it under those things, honestly. I think speed helps you the most here. Yeah, so we got a bit of a maze. If you go to the status screen, can you look at your map?
Helpful.
Alright, so it's not showing you anything yet. You still need to get that item. What happens if you use the hammer on those little statues there? There we go. That's what you're supposed to use the hammers are. I think those guys will help you against the boss. I don't know if you want to try to get to the boss.
Not really, since I keep not having any health to fight anything with. So
I'm sure there's health in there somewhere, but
really annoying.
Try holding. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's a little dangerous. Ooh, that's weird. Kind of squeezing through gaps.
That's it. I'm done. Sick of this
Okay.
game.
Guess
Done.
we'll stop there. So there you go. Looks like you were getting a little frustrated there toward the end. That's got some of that NES hard going.
Well, it's an annoying. It's annoyingly difficult. Like there was just no health whatsoever.
Yeah. So, of course, we were trying to make progress. Oh, that was loud.
It was all the way over here.
Your microphone picked it up, man.
Weird.
Yeah. But if you're actually playing the game, what you want to do is take it slow, grind hearts, so you can buy power-ups. So we were playing because of we're trying to present as much of the game as possible. We were playing faster than you would probably want to if you were playing the game for fun. And of course,
Indeed.
once you've been grinding hearts and you're picking up power-ups and boosting pit, then it becomes easier because he's more powerful.
Yeah.
Like I've heard people say the final level is basically a victory lap. Because you get all kinds of power up. It actually the last level it kind of switches up and kind of makes the game like a horizontally scrolling shooter.
Weird.
Yeah, so by that point, it's so powered up you can just kind of go in there and kill everything in your way and beat the final boss, and it's pretty good. And apparently there are multiple endings depending on how much time you've spent powering up Pit. So like
Interesting.
at least in the US version, if you have all of the stats maxed out, then you get a special best ending that's actually in the US version.
Huh.
So the Japanese version has fewer criteria for its endings, but the endings are a little simpler because, as I mentioned, they were crunching like crazy. They didn't even have time to put like a staff roll in the Japanese version. Apparently, like the guy was what was his name, Sawa or Samu or yeah, Sawa. So he was like working on it up to the just about the last minute.
Damn.
Like I think since it was on a Famicom disk system and took him about 3 days to manufacture disk system games, he was working up until like 3 days before release.
Wow.
Yeah, he basically had to like rush back from getting married. It was kind of a mess. They went kind of crazy to get that finished.
Damn.
Which is, why maybe it's not super polished, but it does have some interesting ideas.
It's got some fun tunes.
Yeah, it's got some good tunes. It's got some kind of funny ideas. It's not super serious all the time.
Hmm.
Like this is the game with the eggplant wizard enemy that turns you into an eggplant with legs as a status effect. Yeah, so it's got some goofy looking enemies and animations, and they're like enemies in there that look suspiciously like Metroids. So there's fun stuff like that. It's just again you need to know how to actually play the game, which is again you got to take your time. You gotta be willing to like grind up hearts, and
Or
buy
play
those.
the SP edition.
Yes, which does that for you, I'm guessing.
Probably. I haven't played any SP versions.
I mean, there are some passwords too. We didn't use any of them just because we want to
So
show you
they're
the game
not
looks like normal.
passwords, they're words of power.
Yes.
Which I thought was a neat little touch.
Yeah. That's a fun little localization thing. Or actually, I don't know. No, it wouldn't have been in the Japanese version because the Japanese version just saved to disk.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah. So instead of spending money on battery backup, they did passwords instead.
But it was a neat little game, just
Yeah,
not the kind of game I'm gonna sit down with.
I think it takes some practice.
It takes practice and a lot of grinding, and nah. I don't even like doing grinding in my Pokemon games these days. I got too much to do.
Yeah, it's definitely a game for back in the '80s when we didn't really have much else to do, and
Yeah.
we weren't getting a ton of games because they were expensive, and you had to wait for your parents to buy them.
And you also didn't have a plethora of games launching every other week.
Yeah, so we had to maximize what we had.
Yeah.
I mean, it had the benefit of we were sitting there and playing the games as much as we could, and we found out like, oh hey, this game's pretty good once you figure it out.
Mm.
And that's something we may have lost. A lot of people will bounce off games really fast. So if they're not really easy to get into, then you might not get to the part where you understand and it becomes rewarding.
Mm.
But that's a whole argument we've had before. So let's not rehash that.
I feel like a game always needs a good hook.
Yeah.
I feel like one of the best ways games do that, and this will just be a bit of commentary, and we'll wrap it up. Because I feel like one of the best ways games do that is giving you your prologue level, where you get to be overpowered.
Yeah.
Like if they come up with a decent way of explaining it, it's great. So the Force Unleashed, you play that entire first level as Vader. Good reason to already be overpowered. You get a preview of the power you'll have later, but at the actual first level, now you're back to square one.
Yeah.
I like stuff like that.
Though also, I'm also arguing in favor, like, some games are just kind of complex, so it takes a while to.
And I like a
learn all the
complex
rules.
game, but I feel like a really good way for a complex game to manage to hold people is within the first hour, you need to get a glimpse of how good the game will get, of how the complexity pays off. I feel like that's a balance that not a lot of games strike, which is why people will bounce off a game because it starts really slow, but it's like, oh yeah, but after a couple hours, it suddenly gets fantastic. And it's like, it's trying to get through that first couple hours can be a slog.
Yeah, so it's
And
definitely
especially
difficult.
if you already bounce off of it, and then someone says, "Oh, but after the first, 2 hours, it gets good." It gets good. My issue is when it's like, "Oh, after the first 10 hours, it gets good." It's like, all right, that's too much of a time investment. I'm not gonna play a game that's not fun for 10 hours for it to finally get fun.
Yeah, it's like
No.
the balancing act of also sometimes what some games will do is like, well, they don't unlock all the mechanics at once because they don't want to overwhelm you. So
Yeah.
if you take too long to do that, then people will think, oh, this game is boring and don't get to the
Exactly.
more complex stuff. But also
Meanwhile,
sometimes it's like it has some big high concept and it's probably going to depend on the person whether how fast they're able to like
yeah.
wrap their heads around it.
But I mean, like, even consider Okami. So Okami, it has kind of a slow start, but you unlock like 3 of your brush powers one after another in the beginning of the game.
But also that's a lot like 3D Zelda, so you kind of already know what you're getting.
Well, yeah, but it's also a new IP. It's its own
Yeah,
thing.
I'm just saying
So
that it
you
has familiar
still,
gameplay elements, so they don't have to
well,
ease you
yeah,
in quite as much. They don't have to
well,
explain how like 3D
well,
adventure games
yes,
work.
well, yeah, but no game explains how 3D adventure works anymore because
No, but
that's
they
the
all did
standard.
that 30 years ago.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, while the opening of that game is somewhat slow, because it manages to give you new abilities and slowly unlock the world at a decent pace, it keeps you playing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, other games will have a slow start that makes you not want to play it.
Yeah, I'm saying there are also games where it's like, well, this concept hasn't been done 50 times before. So you don't necessarily understand what you're doing to start.
Well, I mean, Okami's like that too, because the Celestial Brush is not a common mechanic.
Yeah, I mean that's something new, but it's in an established framework.
Yeah,
So
but that's how a lot of games are. I honestly think a lot of good games come from let's take something that's relatively well established and add something interesting to it. Horizon Zero Dawn. Half the gameplay is very similar to the Tomb Raider reboot, which is similar to Uncharted, but it adds its own flair to it. It adds different things to it, and that's where it gets really good. It takes something that works and adds new features.
I think part of it is just we've reached a point where there's so many things that are already established. So
Yeah,
you have frameworks that you can fit things into.
and at the same
And
time, you're going to struggle to make anything completely brand new.
yeah, I think my argument is more towards some older games that people might bounce off of just because back then people were still figuring things out.
Oh yeah, but
So it's like,
that's also if someone's going to go back and really play those, they're already going to try to be more dedicated to it. They're
yeah,
probably going to have researched it.
yeah, I mean, you have that information available now, so it's
Exactly.
definitely take advantage of it if you want to go back and play some of this older stuff. Because a lot of times either, they couldn't explain things because the technical limitations. Maybe they expected you to read the manual because they couldn't fit all that text in the game.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like the original Wasteland, right? There are maybe we'll get around to playing that sometime.
I think I have access to it somewhere.
I definitely do. I've got like the PC version actually like adds this text back in, but what I'm saying is the manual had all the flavor text.
Yeah.
It would basically you play the game, it would give you a page to turn to in the manual. Because on the hard, like with the storage space they had at the time, they couldn't put all this flavor text in the game. They wouldn't have any room left for the game.
Yeah.
So you go somewhere and then it would be like turn to page 56, and that would tell you what you see in the room and everything. But nowadays, like they can like
nowadays games don't even have manuals.
Yeah, but for a re-release of the game, they actually put all that text in with a emulate. Well, not necessarily an emulation layer, but like part of the interface. Yeah. They kind of add that in so you can actually get the text right in the game. So maybe we'll play that sometime. But
in general, that's been Kid Icarus.
Yeah. What I was going to say about Kid Icarus, of course, is hey, it's a Nintendo game. It's not hard to get a hold of. I'm pretty sure it's on the Mini. You just saw we played it on Switch with Nintendo Switch Online.
Yep.
Obviously, it's been on all the iterations of Virtual Console. I don't think it's a particularly rare game if you want to get it on your NES. So it's not hard. Again, if you actually want to go back and play this, just take your time, grind up some hearts. Make sure you're killing lots of stuff so you can get power-ups at the end of the stages.
Yep.
Do the things that we didn't have time to do since we're trying to get as much of the game into a half hour as possible.
Indeed.
But anyhow, if you enjoyed Pit being in some kind of time warp that constantly rewound time, make sure you give this episode a like. Why don't you catch future episodes, in which I'm playing and refuse to rewind constantly. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. I've been Dan Mastriani. You can catch me on Twitter at NewTebCola.
I'm Ian Butterfield. You can find me on Twitter at ENG Butterfield. You can find the show at RetroGameCNCT, Facebook.com/RetroGameConnect, and RetroGameConnect.tumblr.com. You can also find me streaming on Twitch, Geek_Lord_42. I do it a little randomly, but if you go follow, you'll be notified when I go live with stuff. If you like the games we played, let us drop a comment and let us know. If you'd like to see us play a game, let us know about that, and we'll see if we can get our hands on them. If we can get our hands on them, we might just play them. Or we might just throw them at the Grim Reaper and his little ghost snakes.
But most importantly, make sure you join us next time on Retro Game Connect.